How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Interesting, but not where. We started up. Give it a little bit of time while I do this one thing to let more people come in if they want to or not. So, we did it. for the time being, uh, figure out these technical difficulties. Apologize for the slow start and delay.
Running like they were running for their lives.
All right. Just fine. Take a deep breath, man. You're fine, dude. You're fine.
It's chaos down there. All I can tell you is that one didn't make it.
He was a football player there with his girlfriend.
He wasn't a gangbanger. He didn't do drugs. He was a child of God.
We need you to call us tomorrow on the Crime Stoppers hotline. So that's $36,000 for a phone call that can make all the difference in solving this case.
Hi, I'm John Champ of the Zombie Festival.
It really felt like this could go somewhere.
The detective called me that morning. He said, "We have your brother's killer." I couldn't stop crying.
Technology upgrade.
To record what they do.
These videos are a crucial piece of the puzzle.
Turn around.
Hey. You're on the camera. We know the answer.
That video is the best evidence.
ZombieCon was a gigantic street party festival.
ZombieCon!
Folks would come downtown, they would dress up like zombies, some would dress up like zombie hunters. The bars and the restaurants were all open. Music was playing, and people could just walk around and see who else was dressed up like they were.
Zombie Jesus!
You could get almost any flavor of zombie that you wanted at the ZombieCon. There were people with plastic weapons, guns, knives, swords.
A lot of them had zombie mask on, fake blood on themselves.
The Day of the Dead was actually shot down here in Fort Myers, so that's how it got started.
Just a lot of people came from all over the area to attend that event.
20,000 people in downtown. a couple square block radius.
ZombieCon continued for many years until 2015, when unfortunately all hell broke loose.
No, we're not. We're gonna die. Oh my God.
We got the call at 11:44, so just before midnight, of gunshots downtown.
911, what is your emergency?
I'm at like the ZombieCon. Somebody got shot downtown. Did y'all get the guy?
911, what is your emergency?
So I just got shot in downtown Fort Myers. They need the ambulance here as soon as possible.
Ambulance now. Stand in line with me. Don't hang up.
What's the address here?
911, what is your emergency? Please fire ambulance. Can you talk to me, please? Ma'am, I need you to calm down and talk to me, please.
My whole family was within just feet of where the shooting took place. All of a sudden you see people running like they were running for their lives. We didn't have any idea what was going on.
Imagine the scene. You have people react thinking, is this for real? And then, of course, the crowd realizes,
Go!
yeah, it's real.
We had 25 officers in uniform that were working the detail.
You're talking about the worst possible scenario for a crime scene, especially if you're an officer at the scene running into it, trying to make sense of what's happening. You've got thousands of people running towards you, and everybody looks like they could be a potential victim or a potential shooter.
That way, dude, that way! No arrest him, please. All right, just take him over there. Where'd you run?
They're seeing people race past them, covered in real or fake blood, holding real or fake weapons. There's people down on the ground. People are screaming. People are trying to run from the sound of the gunfire and get out of downtown.
Let him out, let him out, let him out.
I mean, it was mass chaos and confusion.
I asked a police officer who I knew, I said, what's going on? And he said, somebody's been shot. Somebody's been killed.
Officers were there within seconds and attended to the victim who was found on the ground.
Are we keeping centers out of here, all right? You're to clear out the patio. We got one guy dead over there with a headshot. There's two shot over here. I think there's another one at Cigar Bar. I think they just had another shooting that way.
There were 5 additional people that sustained gunshot wounds.
Keep walking forward, please.
Like, did they catch the shooter, or, like, it's still around? Is that why everything's a crime scene? Everything is shut down.
Shut them all down. All music is shut down. Let's get the crowd out of downtown.
So the uniform officers were trying to clear the area.
Get out of here. Tell me where to go and I'll go. Turn around and go that way. You need to go now. Beat my boss? You seriously gonna do this right now? We're dealing with people that got shot. Is this your buddy? Get him out of here. He's going to jail.
Trying to render first aid to the victim, try to establish a crime scene.
Hold on, you're walking on our scene. We got evidence. We got one here. Hold on, we got one over here, right there.
Trying to determine who saw what, who's a witness, who would give a statement.
Cabos has a camera facing this direction. Okay.
I'm an officer here.
Okay. You know how to work it?
You know, you're looking at the bottom of the light.
There's hundreds of people in front of it. You're not going to see anything. Hey, no. Supposedly 2 witnesses are in here. Did you guys see anybody shoot?
We heard a couple bangs, turned around, and saw people on the ground.
Okay. But you guys didn't see the guy with the gun?
No, we did not.
What'd you see?
I just heard it. I was right next to the guy that got shot, and they were arguing.
Who?
My back was to them.
Who was arguing?
There's 2 of them.
Okay.
I was sitting up.
What did it look like? I mean,
My back was hurt. I just had
You
some
didn't see
hands
them,
were
okay.
arguing, and all I heard was, "What's up, man?" And that's when the shots were fired, and kind of spoke.
did you see the shooter at all? At all? You don't know who shot me?
You want to see some video of what happened?
Do you have it?
I do.
The whole thing?
Yeah, not the whole thing. I got
Oh, this is after the shooting.
right after.
I
I need to know what happened before.
Who are the people who saw it?
Dad, right there.
Okay. Dad, you can come on. Is there room in the back we can talk?
Let's do go back this way to the left.
Did you actually see what happened?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you see, man?
No,
Take a deep breath. You're fine.
I was walking out there and I had my bus, so I was getting the glasses for him and everything. You know, I seen these two guys and they were straight up in each other's face, and he's like, what's up? What's up? You know, you ain't about that life, and they were just throwing signs with their hands. He goes, what's up then? Especially, you think you about it, you and he's like, did this?
Okay, so the guy who's dead on the ground didn't pull out a gun?
No.
Okay, what? All right, it's fine. Take a deep breath, man. You're fine, dude. You're fine. Can't unsee that. I'm going to get this information to the detective. We're probably going to let him hang tight for the night.
It's chaos down there. All I can tell you is that one didn't make it. 2 are transported to the hospital, trauma alert. I don't know who anybody is right now.
They had no gun. There were no suspects. There was really nothing except the injured and dead.
Now to real-life horror at a zombie convention, ZombieCon.
This morning, a manhunt is underway for a gunman who opened fire in Florida,
killing 1 person and injuring at least 5 others.
The very next day, it was all hands on deck at the Fort Myers Police Department.
We have several leads that we're following right now that hopefully I can report to you very soon. Will be positive.
A question on everyone's mind. Is this random or was this targeted? Have you guys determined that?
There's information that we're following up on, and right now it's not been determined. You know, if it was a planned event or if it was a random event, I can't say for sure right now. But I'm very confident that we will find out who did this.
Chief, did the victims know each other?
I don't believe they did. I don't believe the victims knew each other at all. We've gotten numerous tips. It's absolutely great. We need to continue getting those tips. There's a team of detectives that are sifting through all the tips, trying to make links, and continue this investigation in a positive way.
Hi, I'm John about the zombie fest deal.
They were trying to sort out the tips that were already coming in.
I was trying to get the heck out of Dodge, and there's a kid running in a white T-shirt or a white polo shirt, and he had a gun.
White shirt? Is he black, white, or Hispanic male?
He's a black young male, young teen.
We got descriptions of a white male, a description of a Hispanic male, description of a black male. It ranged the gamut.
We got almost 200 different leads on this case.
My son's girlfriend was a witness to what had happened tonight. She saw some people shot, and she is so upset.
Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
I was packing up. I was working at the event, and there was an old man sitting on the sidewalk, and he was telling me how he has a gun in his bag and that he shot 2 people.
We got a lot of bad leads, too. We got one that the suspect was Rick Grimes, who's a character from The Walking Dead. We got a lead that it was a KKK initiation. We got a lead that it was one of the carnival workers in the city next to us, Cape Coral.
Oh, shit, guns! Guns, watch out! I heard gunshots! Are you being serious?
Their job, once they collected all that video evidence, was to sit down and watch it minute for minute from earlier in the evening to after the shooting.
There was actually a video that captured the gunshots being fired. It didn't capture the shooting itself, but the gunshots. This shooting happened in front of Los Cabos Cantina restaurant. They had video going, but the one camera that was pointed right where the shooting would have occurred was not working.
As you can see, the camera's up in the corner, and it was shooting this way. With the crowd, you couldn't see the shooting, but you just saw people dispersing. But if we had a camera over here, it would have captured it.
It's a hard pill to swallow, knowing something as easy as that could have probably sorted it out very quickly.
We knew it was going to require hours, days, months, as it turned out, years of investigation to figure out who did it.
We were able to pretty much rule out quickly that all of our victims were just innocent bystanders.
Expavius Taylor suffered a single gunshot wound to the head and was pronounced at the scene. He was a football player, tall. He was there with his girlfriend and friends, never got in trouble, wasn't a problem. We didn't see any reason why someone would want to target him. We couldn't find any connection to them other than being at that place at that time.
I don't want people to feel like he's just another young black man that got killed, because that's not him. He wasn't out in the streets. He wasn't a gangbanger. He didn't do drugs. He literally was a Christian. He was a child of God. He didn't have an enemy like.
Request to locate, huh? I think I know what I'm doing. I'll be done before you could spell 811.
Digging without locating the underground utilities is like driving with your eyes closed.
It's fine! Jeff, what did you do? I think I broke the law!
Safety is in your hands every dig, every time. Click or call Missouri 811.
Bonilla of Immokalee, Florida.
Immokalee is about an hour southeast of Fort Myers, almost on the northern edge of the Everglades. The first thing we had to do was come down to Immokalee to see if we could find him.
There was a couple eyewitnesses that had described the shooter as wearing a red and black baseball cap and a black shirt. And there was photos of Mr. Bonilla on social media wearing a black and red Chicago Bulls baseball cap. He was a member of a street gang that operated in Immokalee that was believed to be involved in drug trafficking and robbing drug dealers.
Nobody fucking with my team. Fucking with my team. Nobody fucking with my team, no.
It was called RNS. It stood for real and and being a racial epithet, their words, not mine.
Homies ain't G-man, they're breaking the code. Silence is key, that type would fold.
There is specifically one music video where they reenact what they would do as far as robbing drug dealers. There's actually a reenactment of them going into a house, doing a home invasion, robbery, shooting someone.
At that point, we kind of knew that we were dealing possibly with a group that, one, was capable of doing some kind of shooting, even though we didn't know what the motive was. My partner and I went down to Immokalee and started knocking on doors. And trying to find somebody down here, someone that didn't want to be found, was very difficult. We left a lot of business cards on a lot of doors, and we weren't able to find anybody very quickly. But out of the blue one day, Jim was in the office here at the FBI Fort Myers office, and his phone rang, and it was Jose Bonilla.
Mr. Bonilla got my business card or got my phone number, and he said he did not like law enforcement officers. But he answered my questions. He admitted he had attended the ZombieCon event. He admitted that he was close by to where the shots were fired, but he denied firing the shots.
That never happens. When you're looking for somebody that did a crime, the last thing they do is call you. Mr. Bonilla did not want to meet with us, refused to meet with us. So the phone call ended. Me and Jim sat down and we looked at each other and we were thinking, that was weird. This is somebody we really need to focus on.
I had flagged Mr. Bonilla in a certain database.
Ooh, we got some dancing going on, y'all. So, against my better judgment, decided to come on here because I happened to check my email earlier and got on Instagram, which shit, I hadn't been on Instagram in forever. I had a few messages and different things, and to the people that had messaged me, one was a week ago, and another was several days. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just, it wasn't really a conscious thing, but I just, for whatever reason, I guess, as me doing the specific thing of, if I come on YouTube like I have here the last 13 days, it's only been to watch movies or what have you. After I noticed that it was like 2 days past the 7-day break that I'd put out, I was like, well, you know what? Let's see what's been going on in the local fucking community and all that. See what shit's buzzing. And here we are. Like I said, until here a couple days after it was, well, I guess I have to look. I want to be exact. Wait, check. Let me give y'all the precise fucking facts. I don't want to assume this or that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what it is I'm trying to call. But just double checking me for sure. Oh, by the way, I will mention it's funny to see folks say things in one way and then they turn around and it's like, you have to, I mean, it's not exactly like what I was speaking about in the community post earlier in regards with Carlo, which was just an example. I mean, it's not attacking her. Some people are going to see it as that. I'm just using her as an example because it's been seen. But I mean, just like I wrote on there, I've done that too. I know I've rewatched stuff and seen like, ooh, damn, like that's a fucking contradictory ass segment right there. Microphone. A good thing the laptop has a built-in mic. My earbud went bad. Where the fuck is this video at? I believe I hear my granddad is home. Okay, where the fuck are you at? Why do some people specifically make their channel name these weird ass fucking symbols and stuff? I guess they're trying to make it hard, but it's kind of, I mean, if you subscribe to them though, you might have to take a little more effort to navigate and find them, unless they've recently done something, and they'll be on top of the list. But I don't get that. It's kind of dumb. Unless the purpose is just to try to make their shit hard to fucking, which it doesn't make it impossible. It just makes it to where it's, like I said, if they haven't done anything recently, you might have to go digging. But if they've done something, I mean, or if they've been live that day, like sometimes somebody will go live in a day and they won't actively be live anymore, like it'd be hours ago. But for some reason, sometimes on the subscription side, it'll still list them as actively live. Sometimes it'll take the system a while to process, like they're not live anymore, and adjust, because I've seen like, oh, somebody's live, and I click on it, and it's live ended 2 hours ago. Fuck. Let's just look in the history. Fuck it. That's another way you can find somebody that's got a weird channel name if you know the title of a recent video or whatever they've done. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Reservoir Dogs again tonight. I didn't finish it the last time I watched it. I never got through it all the way. I don't know why. Just ended up getting distracted and not finishing it. I can't decide what I hope more Quentin might choose for his final movie, like Kill Bill Part 3, or something different entirely or new. It'd also be cool if he might be open to the idea of making a sequel to Django. That'd be interesting. Did anybody catch the recent Roma Army drama? Okay, so she's went on the Whatever podcast here recently. And I'll give her this, like, I'm not going to just be negative for negative sake. I think she had some good moments from one or two appearances of her on the podcast. Some real good moments in regards to, like, having 2 or 3 freaking women like, being contrary or challenging her take on things when it was clear it wasn't done on an intellectual, or it was done on a basis of like, well, you're attacking me, so let me justify why I'm right and I think you're wrong. She did pretty good. But this crap lately, her talking about Andrew's wife literally roasting her ass. And then she sets up a date to do a debate with Andrew Wilson, which I don't know why she didn't just like make up an excuse why she couldn't do it, or just maybe, I don't know. But then again, that would make her look bad. But I think she kind of even looks worse settling on a date and then be like, oh, by the way, you got to pay for me to come out there. Oh, hey, can we change that date? and then says, well, I didn't cancel. You tried to change the date, so technically that is canceling that date, which cancels the debate, especially if the other party had already agreed and planned for that date, and then you cancel on them abruptly and just expect them to adjust. Just because they don't adjust or help choose a new date to do it on your schedule doesn't mean they canceled or backed out. You did. And why the hell would somebody, like, I know the Whatever podcast pays people when they have them come out to be on the show. That I could kind of understand. They don't technically have to do that either. I mean, they're the bigger platform. They have more of an audience, more views. I think they do that as a courtesy. I mean, they make probably a good amount of money to be able to afford it. But why, in a situation where Andrew's wife just made her point and Roma fires back, so that creates a little drama, and then they go to her and be like, hey, would you be interested in debating Andrew? Like, so maybe y'all can get through whatever's going on here lately. And she says, sure, yes, let's do it for this date. And then a little bit later, oh, I can't do it on that one. We need to change to a different one. Andrew Wilson isn't, I guess I wouldn't say that he's a fucking mega celeb. But I mean, I think, and Roma's got a big audience and stuff, but I don't even know who's bigger or if he's bigger than her or vice versa. But regardless of subscriber and whatever, I think most would agree that Andrew definitely is. I think he would get consistently more attention, more views, more engagement. He's got a wife, kids. He's older than Roma. I think all around, like, his life, not to say that hers is lesser or anything. I just think, like, obviously, I think logically he would have more constraints on his schedule and stuff. And just seems like the type of guy that has a lot of stuff going on and everything's organized. And it's not that he can't be flexible, but when somebody kind of gets triggered over some opinions and statements made, so they start this back and forth with the person's wife. They're like, hey, do you want to debate Andrew? They approach her. He's like, hey, we can debate what works for you. Let's her pick the date. Then she, on her own, cancels it. She can say, oh, I'm open to another date, but they won't make it with me. He went out of his way to, like, let you pick it. You didn't have to say yes. Now you want to take the liberty of, oh, we got to change that. I mean, it was set for a month out. Schedule that's pre-planned, booked that far ahead versus her. I'm not going to go through all the reasons why, but I mean, just think about it. And hey, I could be wrong, but that's what my thinking is. And I think that's kind of really just it's not considerate, showing all the keeping in mind all the consideration she was given initially from And keep in mind, consideration given by somebody who literally, their wife wasn't maliciously attacking her, but she kind of, and she didn't really maliciously, but you could tell her energy to it was like, oh, really? Well, come on, babe, you know, like, and Andrew could have just said his take on it and left it at that. No, he's like, hey, Brian, ask her if she wants to debate. And if you go and look in the comments, so many people on the little video she's made recently about it, acting as if, you know, this is all on his side. It's his fault. I didn't cancel. I just needed to change the date. That's not canceling. They're like, you canceled if it was set up for that date and it's not now currently. And he didn't cancel it or want to change the date. You did. Just because he hasn't gotten back to change it. Maybe he can't change it right now. Maybe he eventually will. But you're just assuming like, oh, you know, because he didn't come out and say, she canceled, boys. Like, she backed out. No, 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 no. Other people did. They were talking about it. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, I had to back out of that date and trying to make it with a different one, but haven't heard anything back from him. I guess he's backing out.
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it. Whether it's one of a kind or one for your whole team, if you need it, we print it with 20% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.